Welcome back to the To Be Honest podcast. I'm your host, Colas. Wait, how does it go? Welcome back to the show with the. Welcome back to Be Honest. The show with the clown, the nerd, and the duck, and the degenerate. In other words, we can use the To Be Honest podcast name. As we all know, the podcast is ending. And so now we taking the opportunity to steal the podcast name. We're revamping the podcast, guys. We're gonna steal the little animation too. Currently 3:15, recording an episode right now. Apparently, well, not apparently, but I started working, and now I get up at 2 a.m. because I gotta get into work at like 4. So, I'm not really at a good time right now with my other podcast hosts. It's just me, baby. I could have watched a video or something while I'm doing this. It's fun. Whatever. How long should I do this for? 45 minutes? Apparently, one of the other co-hosts is going off the grid for the next 3 weeks. So let me look at my list of topics here. Let's talk about the competition. To Be Honest podcast. Apparently, they lost at Nerd City. So that happened. I think, if I remember correctly, on the Discord. To Be Honest, Discord. When are we gonna get a Discord for the fans? Maybe I'll plug in my Patreon after this. You can donate there to support the podcast, guys. But apparently, in Discord, I think from what I gather, Nerd City would promote NFTs, and then I think Dolan Dark would post pictures of the cat. I don't get how the correlation happened, but I don't know if it was like in between or something. But Nerd City would post pictures of not. Nerd City would would try to plug in NFTs, and then everybody would start spamming cats. Um, and then I think in the Pyrocynical Reddit, after the last To Be Honest podcast episode dropped, I think the Pyrocynical Reddit would was like making fun of Nerd City or something. You know, probably not. I don't know. And then Nerd City didn't like that, and he wanted to. I don't know if he asked Pyro to mod the subreddit, or if he was asking Pyro to take some of the post downs or something. But those are falling out. I don't know if that was it, but I did watch a video. It said that like about a month ago or something, and their shit was having a breakdown on Reddit because of they weren't even talking about it. I don't. How did that happen? I didn't even look like anybody was saying anything about Nerd City. It was on some random other subreddit, and some guy just, I think, brought something. You know what? I'm gonna try to watch that video. I'm pretty sure that comment wasn't even being mean towards him, but he started going off and talking about how DRM no bye bye. Oh yeah, it was something about how Dappy wanted Mint or something. That's about it. It's our recap of Nerd City and the fallout of the To Be Honest podcast, and where we start taking over that podcast. We're not getting the channel, guys. They have no clue who we are. Currently eating pasta. I feel kind of weird. Because I'm just sitting here in my room. I'm drinking some OJ. That kind of crazy he died this year. Did he also drink later this year? I don't remember. That was last year. Might want some more OJ. Might want some more orange juice. Man. Wish I didn't eat the pasta yesterday. I could have more pasta right now. You know what I think would be funny is if I left the microphone recording while I went to go get some more orange juice. I'm padding the time here, guys. Welcome back to the Just Me podcast. I'm your host, Just Me, and let's get right into the podcast. Hopefully I didn't wake anybody up. I can't believe I did all that just for some orange juice. Gotta make sure to stay hydrated. This is some really good orange juice though. I miss this. I haven't drank this kind of orange juice in forever. And this is so good. Has it been a year? I don't remember it, but it's been forever since I drank this orange juice. I think like I literally cannot remember. I mean, technically it's only been like an actual week or two since I last drank this specific orange juice, but what's it called? I think like prior to that though, it's been at least a year or something since I last drank this. I really miss it. I don't know if they just didn't make it or if I just kept coming to the store every time they were sold out, but I'm finally seeing them on shelves again. Because the store makes it themselves. Like right in front of you, they got the machine. They fill it up with some oranges, and then you can literally see the pulp like getting juiced into these bottles. I brought the whole bottle with me. Did I already say that? Like, I don't know how much I'm gonna drink right now, but I feel like maybe after the second glass, like, I think that's it. Then the second glass. Is this plastic? Does this count as plastic? It's certainly not glass, but I don't know if this is plastic. This doesn't even feel like plastic. How hard can plastic get? I think it's coated glass. What is this material? But anyways, it's the 1st of October. Ooh. I kind of don't know what to do. I think I might revisit that one video with the H3H3 going ghost hunting with Post Malone. Y'all remember that time like FaZe Rug was doing that whole mini series on that on that tunnel near his house? Tunnel? Was it sewer? I don't know. A man done started a whole franchise over one tunnel. So how's your guys' day going? I'm about to pull a 4-hour shift. So it's been 4 hours. Like, save your money, man. Save your money. That hit single ain't gonna last forever. You know, somebody else will come up, looking like you, sound like you. You know, I know this. It's only been 15 minutes. I was thinking about maybe going to like 45 minutes. Kind of not sure. But it's like, I feel kind of weird just being here for like, sitting here in my room for like the next half hour. Oh, man. Yeah, maybe I could do like one more glass. 2 cups. And I'm full. 3 cups. And I drink way too much. This is just way too good, bro. It's way too good. wonder where I'm gonna be for this Halloween. That kind of sucks, man. You know what really grinds my gears? It's how people kind of barely celebrate Halloween where I live. I think there's not too many houses decorated. Even I'm kind of guilty of this too, but like, not too many houses giving out candy. I think I remember from being like a kid. Do I? It's been forever, but like with the houses decorating, you know, it's only like a couple houses. I mean, I'm also guilty, kind of. But yeah, no, cause like when it's Halloween, there's hardly any houses that are being decorated. But then you get to Christmas and like every house is decorated, which I don't mind because I love Christmas too. I like going out and just looking at how people decorate their houses, but it kind of sucks that that attitude isn't the same for Halloween. It's so fun too. Like, I kind of like Halloween. Kind of like that spooky stuff. Not really, but because it scares me. But like I don't know. I feel like that like mystery, you know, vibe and stuff is like really cool. Oh, speaking of mystery, man, it was like foggy yesterday. Today in the morning too. Wait. Yeah, it's foggy right now. But yeah, I feel like Halloween. It's not even Halloween, but man, I really like going on like some horror binge stuff. Not horror. I don't think it's horror specifically, but you know, I feel like I'm a sucker for conspiracies or something like that. I don't know how to specifically, because I categorize like everything. Probably stems from like when I was a kid. So I remember going to the store and like there would be times where I would like pull up the, not times, but like man, I think it was like every Saturday I would pull up the creepypasta.org website or something. Now just click on stories and be reading them. I was always so interested in stuff like that. So stupid. I'm like, yeah, I miss reading creepypastas. Yeah, I miss reading like poorly worded internet stories. Now I'm pretty sure some of them be written by an aspiring author or something. Was Jay Deuceable an author? I forgot what he did. I swear, like, I swear he had something going on. But yeah, you know, I think horror has just been an interesting franchise. Or not a franchise, not really, but it's kind of been like a small time favorite, cult favorite of mine, specifically a cult thing for me. I think I could describe it as like a cult liking. You know, it's not exactly like, I mean, like I'm not gonna exuberate the fact that I like horror or something, but you know, if you see me every now and then, you know, like at some point, I guess I swear, you know, I go through a phase where I'd be listening to stories. Actually, that's about it. I'm reading a horror novel right now, I think. It's called The Graveyard Apartment. I haven't opened it up in like weeks. I'm trying to read it. Um, but yeah, like just the season where I start watching Mr. Ballin videos. Maybe I'll, yeah, maybe I'll start watching some creepypastas again. I like to read some books. I finished reading The Ring. I don't know how long that's been. Probably like months. And I kind of enjoyed it. It felt like a nice mystery. I don't know, I felt like I got an adventure because I remember them going to like a hotel or something to go watch the tape. That was pretty fun. Like it felt like I was there. It's always so weird because because I I don't know. I guess fun fact. Dang, I'm probably gonna be one of those people. How do you know somebody has this? They tell you. But I can't really picture stuff in my mind. Still, still kind of don't even want to say that's not true, but I'm pretty sure I can't really picture things in my head. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to. I don't know what the average person sees in their head, but I don't have, I guess, visual imagery going on inside. If I close my eyes or if I even try to think of anything, I just it's just black. I'll never forget when I was a kid, 'cause I thought it was funny, but now I think it's interesting. When I was a kid, I remember my teacher. It was like third grade maybe. My teacher was like, "Close your eyes," and she's like, "What do you guys see?" And I'm like, "I see a lot of white lightning," because that's all I see when I close my eyes. It's like the pressure being applied from my eyelids. But the weird part is that I don't know if that's ever affected the fact that maybe that's why I didn't like, I guess, kind of reading growing up, like reading actual books. Or not that I didn't like it, it's just I could never get into it. Now I'm doing it because I'm missing out on some pretty interesting stories, aren't I? Well, it's weird. Well, not weird, but I mean, technically that's not even true. Because again, I read internet stories. I read like Reddit stuff, even though that's not like a novel. I'm pretty sure that's also probably bad, but I mean, maybe that also probably could take a toll on the attention span, but it's whatever. Um, but the weird thing is that like when I read, I don't visualize anything. But the thing is that whenever I think about books, not when I think about books, but it's like, I guess when I think about books, again, not really thinking about books. I don't think about books in the sense that, oh man, this word was great. It's like I have this scene that pops up into my head, and I think, where did I see that? Like, I think like the story is called To Be or Not to Be, which is like the story about a like, man, I can't really talk, but it's the story where a painter was like painting a mural, and it's like taking place in a hospital, and I don't remember a whole lot, but um I think like they live forever, But the thing is that in order, like, you can't be born into this world. Somebody has to like sacrifice themselves if somebody wants to like give birth to someone else. And like this guy is trying wants to have a child, I think. And I don't remember what the conflict was, but he ends up killing, not killing, three people died. And then the painter was, I probably contemplating killing himself too. Pretty sure that guy was suicidal. I don't remember. But anyways, I was thinking about that again. I wasn't thinking about the story, but I had this scene in my head, and I was like, "Where is that from?" I was thinking, there's this guy on a ladder, painting a mural, and there's like, people talking in the background, and I guess it's not background. That's probably the main focus, but the way I was seeing it was like it was centered, like the camera would be centered on like the painter and stuff just happening in the background, and the whole culmination, they die and probably like been okay. That's like too much onto the screen, but the thing is that I was thinking about that certain scene, and I was like, where did I see that from? Where, like, when did I watch that? Where is that from? And then another thing was that I was thinking about this other story. I think of this woman who slept with, who not slept, but she kept her like dead husband, I think, in her room. She didn't go out a whole lot, and especially like people started wandering around her house or walking near her house, and people started complaining because there was like a really bad odor. I don't know if she died or what happened, but people went into her room and they realized, like, oh snap, she's been sleeping with a skeleton this whole time. And again, I don't even know if they described the house. I'm pretty sure they did. Authors be going overboard, but again, in my head, I was thinking, where is this from? I'm thinking of like a 2-story house. I was thinking like skeletons up in the attic or something, and like this little wooded room on the bed, and for some reason there's like a curtain on the bed. I don't know. My roommate used to have like a my roommate used to have a bed, the bed that I was thinking of, and an old roommate, and um yeah, I was thinking about that scene when they're going in to see the woman, um and she has a skeleton in her room. I was like, where do I remember that from? What scene, what show or movie did I see this from? And it's like, wait, these aren't like shows or movies. This is from a book. Like, what was that story? Kind of not story. What was that thing called? We saw like a whole episode of was it Inside the Mind? I forgot what his show was called, but like where you can. Well, he had pictures too, but where he implanted, um, where he committed inception to test subjects. Like he would convince people that they done something even though they'd never have. Like he convinced this one dude or one person that they've been in a hot air balloon when they were a kid. And he's like, no, you don't remember? He's like, and the guy was like, you know what? Yeah, I think I do remember being a kid and going in a hot air balloon. And I feel like I get that kind of sense. Like, no, I swear I saw this in like a show or something. I swear I've seen it in a movie. Maybe it was like an anthology or something. Like, why do I remember this scene so vividly? But I've only, but I've only seen words. And like, yeah, like I said, that's so weird to me because I don't visualize anything. So when I read a book, I'm literally just staring at words. I get lost in my thoughts, but again, I'm not like, when they talk about being like, you when I don't know, when they describe a scene or something, necessarily I don't visualize it. Not to say that I'm not, I I can I do get absorbed sometimes. Sometimes I can get absorbed, but I don't visualize it. I still get the sense that I'm there, but I just can't see it. I mean, I've kind of tried to describe it before, and I guess again, the best way I can describe it is it's like you're walking around in your house, but the lights are off, so you can't see anything. But you know your house very well, so you know where everything's at. Except I guess I'm also not technically in the dark. There's technically nothing, but again, it's like okay, yeah, everything's invisible. I don't see anything, but I know where everything's supposed to be. If I want to go to the bathroom, I know exactly where to go. I can get a sense of what room I'm in. Unless I was living in a mansion, but no. But yeah, that's pretty much what it's like. Like, I mean, again, I've had like multiple. I've read so many Reddit stories, and again, I swear it's like I've seen this word. Where do I remember this from? Like, I have such vivid scenes about them, but again, it's weird to think that I've only seen it in words. Like, why do I have such a strong memory of watching this on a screen or being there? Actually, it's probably being there, not being there. No, that's stupid. But yeah. Actually, I feel like it's weird because, man, there's like two ways I think about when I watch a show or a movie and when I read a book. Cause do I even think about scenes in a show or a movie? No, I guess I do. Cause no, it's not weird. I guess the weird thing is that when I watch a show or a movie, again, when I think about a scene of a show or movie, I think of it as like, again, I'm just watching it. But when I think about a scene from a movie, or not, oh my god, when I think about a scene from like a book, it's, I mean, obviously, because unlike a movie, a book, it's like you're the protagonist. So it's like, when I think about that, I'm literally in the driver's seat. There is no third person perspective going on or anything. It's like this has happened to me. I mean, obviously, I know it doesn't, but I when I visualize those scenes, it's like I'm putting myself in there, as opposed to like when I think about a show or a movie, I'm like, oh, I'm watching Matthew McConaughey. Matthew, is that how you say McConaughey going through a black hole? But again, yeah, when I visualize a scene from a book, it's like, no, I'm the guy who's standing in front of that table. That's not true. No, that's not true. Like, yeah, you know what? I don't know, but I feel like right now I'm just like, wait, I think about these two things differently. With the, like, man, yeah. Thinking about a book, it's like for some reason I'm part of the story, but thinking about a show or a movie, it's obviously like, oh man, that scene was great. Oh, this scene, thinking about a book, it's like, it's like, I want to say like, hold on, was I there? No, that's not true. But it's, I don't know, yeah, it's kind of weird to explain. No, it isn't. Not even just like experience. Not even just not even like a full fledged story. I think was that a story? I swear there was like some forest in Japan. Was it Japan? I don't know if somebody was just talking about it or if it was a story, but I think maybe some, no. But there's like this story about some woods in Japan where like you go in and you'll never find your way out. It's like looking back at it, that's basically the Lost Woods. But yeah, something like that, where there have been many people going missing in that woods. And I have such a vivid scene about those woods. Even though I didn't actually read a story about it, it was more of just, I'm pretty sure, watching somebody talk about the woods. Any Gen V watchers right here? Going on my ramblings today. I'm about to get the show on the road. What y'all doing for Halloween? I can't wait. I think they give out candy at Horror Nights on Halloween Day. Oh, feel it. Yeah. Do I have any stories that I want to like reread? I don't know. Well, okay, because was I able to find one? Maybe, but like I swear there was a short story or a book I read, and I kind of wanted to reread it, but I don't know the name of it. I don't remember what I was thinking of, but yeah. And the only thing that sucks about going through so many Reddit threads is that I don't know how to find one interesting story. Again, because I've read so many threads and quite a bit of stories have, I've been, like, quite a bit of stories were interesting, but, I don't really know how I would find them if I wanted to reread that specific one again. Because, I mean, like, yeah, again, like, glitch in the Matrix threads. What's your glitch in the Matrix? There are so many, and I've read a lot of threads, and I mean, unless it's like, oh, guys, these are some pretty popular ones. This is a compilation of the most read ones. But if I'm just going through a regular thread, it's like, I'm probably never gonna find this one again. It wasn't a Reddit thread, but I remember watching a video. Again, I'm like such a nut for conspiracies. I didn't really when the To Be Honest podcast first came out, I'm like, why is Nerd City here? Why is he hanging out with all these Colossal wasn't, but why is he hanging out with all these guys? With the commentary community, who I mean, I know he made some videos with Colossal, but you know, who wouldn't buy this guy? No, I'm kidding. And He's like, you know what? I think it's value now. When they dropped that one video about the alien conspiracies, and it was just Nerd City going on ramblings about alien stuff, and I'm like, dang, I kind of want more of this. Hopefully, I don't lose my mind at some point, but man, I'm like, I'm just such a. I just really like those weird time travel, glitch in the Matrix stuff. Again, that probably stems from me being a kid and watching videos on like John Titor, and again the forest that you'll get lost in indubitably in Japan, or it's like okay, what happened to D.B. Cooper? No, like mysteries, conspiracies, and stuff. And what was I gonna say? Man, that's probably where my science fiction stuff, my love for science fiction stems from. But God, I'm such a nut. I forgot what I was gonna say. I know I was talking about Reddit stories. I think I was talking about losing Reddit stories. I know there was this one where this guy was talking about how his. Oh, I think I remember now. Okay, it's not a Reddit story. I probably should have covered what Reddit story. Just for purposes, I'm gonna talk about what I was just about to talk, or the Reddit story I was just about to mention. It doesn't have to do with the thing, my original thing that I was gonna say, but I'm just gonna say it because somebody like me would have been annoyed that they'll never figure out what it was going to be talking about. But the Reddit story I was gonna say right before I cut myself off was that there was this guy, I don't know, there was this person who like rode a bike or something. I think they visited a house and started riding this bike. They rode their bike, and there was like a house next door which has never been there, and the parents were like, "Whoa, don't go there." And then it was nighttime, and they came downstairs, and next thing you know, the whole family was strapped, and they were ready to get down. But they never saw any action. And then morning came by and everybody was like, huh, what do you mean Grandma was packing? We didn't have guns, we don't own any guns. That's not what they're saying, but again, everybody was acting like nothing happened. And they were like, yeah, Mom served me some dino nuggets, and we never talked about it again for some reason. That was their glitch in the Matrix story. Alright, that story's over. What I really wanted to talk about was that this isn't a story. I think I saw it on a video. Maybe it's just some Good Mythical Morning video that was made a long time ago. But it was about like this couple. I don't know if they went to a gas station, but it was like late at night. And they came across this store, and inside was like a straight out rip from the 50s, the 1950s or something. And they were like, whoa, what is this? I think I don't remember the whole thing, but and they ended up leaving. I think they slept. No, it might have been a hotel. Like they slept there for the night, and then they left, and then like um late like tomorrow or something. Could have been a year. I don't even remember. They came back across the same route, and that hotel was gone, never to be seen again. Ain't gonna lie, I wish something like that would happen to me. At the same time, probably not. I don't wanna. I don't wanna go crazy. But at the same time, It'd be so interesting to go through something like that. I really want to go through like a glitch in the Matrix story. I want to go through that one thing that guy was experiencing, where like he was he was just hanging out in the basement, watching like some show, and then he goes back up, and the mom's like, "Where have you been? You've been missing for 10 hours. I've been trying to call you." And he was like, "What are you talking about? I was just watching my favorite episode of Looney Tunes. It's only been like half an hour." It would be so fun, though, wouldn't it? I'm not gonna say anything. Like, you know what? Man, I kind of want to watch right now. I want to watch that episode of, I think it was South Park, where like Randy's dad gets abducted by aliens. Was it even? I mean, I'm pretty sure it probably was an episode, but I'm thinking about Stick of Truth right now, or at least right now. I'm like, wait, was that an episode? I played that in Stick of Truth. Was it even Randy's dad? It was me. I think he was there. I'm getting into the wrong subject. That's like science fiction. That's not horror. I mean, aliens could be scary. There's literally a movie. I literally just watched a horror movie called Aliens. Aliens Romulus. I'm not even going into the horror. I'm going into conspiracies. Again, it was another conspiracy. This isn't even a conspiracy, but I think, or it's not even like anything. No, maybe I forgot what I was watching. I think I was just watching some like quote unquote educational video about something. I don't know. Think like Kyle Hill, maybe. I forget who it was, but again, probably like on the similar note, like Kyle Hill or Vsauce video, and I was watching it at like midnight, and for some reason I was just getting so scared. Like I should not be listening to this right now for some reason. Like the somebody's watching, and I'm listening to info that is classified, and I'm going to be hunted down. And so, like, I just stopped watching the video. I'm like, nope, let's go to bed. Let's go to bed. Nobody in the hallway. Let's go to bed. Let's go to bed. What else? Oh, you know what else I'll probably never be able to find is this. I think this one story. I forgot what it was. Oh my, how am I gonna say that? Oh, wait, hold on. Dang it, I had it in my head. I literally had it in my head right now. I forgot what the story was about. Dang, I forgot what the story I was gonna talk about. It wasn't even a story, I think. Oh, I really want to know what I watched or what I was watching about. Maybe it was a Matthew Santoro video. Maybe. Probably not, but I swear it was just like some basic conspiracies, list of conspiracies videos. And one of them, I really want to remember who it was about or something. Because there was this guy who was doing research. I think he was I think he was making a documentary about aliens or something. I don't, probably aliens. I don't remember what it was about specifically, but they were making a documentary, and like they got pretty far along into doing research and making the documentary. And I think they were told to stop, and he didn't, and they killed him. And I really want to know who that's about, but that's such small details, and I'll never be able to figure it out. I asked AI, that thing could not help me. Kept giving me garbage results. I really want to know who that story was about. But I'll never know. I'll never be able to watch that conspiracy video again. Again, this isn't even horror. This is just... I barely even went from talking about horror to... Let's get into some conspiracies, guys. But yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie. To some degree, kind of do want something paranormal to happen. But at the same time, please no. Please no. I'm not trying to deal with anything, but it's like... I just like... I just want to see it up close, you know? Like, when something happens, you know, maybe like just like some random thing just gets thrown across the room and nobody was there. Like, I just want to see it in front of me. But at the same time, please no, I'm not trying to... I'm not trying... I do not want to deal with the paranormal, but at the same time, I acknowledge their existence, but at the same time... It's like... Can that really happen? I just think it would be fascinating. But at the same time, if you're listening to this, you are great. Please leave me alone. I swear I've had like some dreams. They're so subtle. It's not exactly horror. They're not scary, but I'm just unsettling. I've had various dreams where like I'm like sitting in front of a toy, or like I have a toy in my hand and I'm like looking at it, and just ever so slightly I focus on the toy, and then its eyes move at me, and like my vision just starts going, and I snap back to reality. Oh, there goes... I don't know what he says. I've had like that's a similar dream like that so many times. Not the same toy, but it'll be like different toys and like different scenarios. And again, I'm just eyeing it like, you look different. Why? Like, there's something off about you. I'm thinking in my head like, there's something off, and then again I focus on it, and like the eyes will shift. It'll slowly start to move. I'm like, whoa, and then again I wake up. I feel like I was thinking of something right now, a specific dream, but I could be wrong. 5 more minutes. Who's gonna carry the podcast? It's time for our ad read. This episode of the podcast was sponsored by no one. We'll figure out the sponsors when I go ahead and contact my co-hosts. Thank you to all the Patreon members for supporting us. I'm gonna go ahead and read the list of Patreon members right now. Let's see. There's no one. Should I go ahead and drag it out to an hour? Or should I go further? Actually, the latest episode of the To Be Honest podcast was like 44 minutes. So I am chilling with my 57-minute podcast episode. But wait, there's more. I want this I need this episode. I want to make this episode an hour long so that I can say that I made a longer podcast episode and 3 hosts and 3 people combined, even though that's like not really that impressive because this is just unedited. Do you think I'll leave this one? No. Just make it like a black screen. That's all this needs. This is raw, unedited audio coming straight at you. What happens now? I don't know. I see dead people. I don't. 2 more minutes. And a minute. Oh my god, I thought I heard something. Oh, that kind of scared me. I thought I scraped my... It sounded like I was like I was scraping paper on wood. But that didn't come from me. I wonder if REC is gonna drop a scary horror short film like they did last year or years ago. Whatever, I actually don't remember. I don't know. It's just such an interesting subject. I want to see more. I need to see some stuff. I think it kind of is. It's weird because when it's like conspiracies, it's usually like aliens and UFOs and stuff. But for some reason, I also add in the back of my mind when I think about conspiracies, I'm also adding the ghosts. Ghosts. But yeah. So I'm your co-host, just me, logging off in about 7 minutes. As I take up the last of my time to get ready for work. But you know, it's time. It's time for me to sign off.